Hello and welcome back to another episode of the International Greenkeepers for Hire podcast. Today is a little bit different to our previous podcast, so we've obviously not released one for quite a while now. The last one we did was with Louise, which was probably about 6 months to a year ago, something similar to that. Basically, this is going to be an update of where we're at, what we're doing, and everything in between. We've not been resting on our laurels. We've been really busy putting the background of international greenkeepers together to help us to move forward over the next year or so. There is a lot of things coming up that you might be excited by. There's also a few things which are pretty boring, but will help us get to where we want to be sort of long term. So the cut and dry of it is we spent a lot of time working on the background stuff. Our website, the things going on behind the scenes, the committee, and also the operations and how we are putting the company together, because we are a company. Moving into how we raise our funds as well, so obviously through our websites with the turf market and groundsman. We have some more exciting things coming in the future for Europe and America, so keep your eyes out for those as well. But all the money that's raised through the sponsorship and the advertising on those websites helps us run International Greenkeepers. Now, over the past few years, we've been running at pretty much, a cost of that's what comes in, goes out. So we don't really have a mass amount of money put aside to be able to run the things we wanted to do. However, we're talking with people at the moment, and we're obviously expanding. We've got an advert out at the moment for regional committee members, which will probably stay live for the duration of International Greenkeepers lives, because we want to try and get more people involved, and there'll always be expansion and ways that we can do that as well. So keep your eyes out for that, and if you're interested, let us know. Basically need people in regional areas, if you're in Europe or various country or a particular area which has high traffic for greenkeepers and ground staff, and you want to try and get people in and promote it, reach out to us. Those opportunities are available, and they will also be paid through the funding, through the money that we've been raising at International Greenkeepers. Obviously, again, we'll have that pot of money set aside that will be able to help people to go and take on those opportunities overseas, but also, flights, accommodation, and even things like tools and certificates. We're looking at those sort of things as well at the moment. So if you have any thoughts in those aspects, please do also reach out and let us know. But yeah, one of the big things we've been working on was the website. I'm just going to run you through it a little bit because it's more useful than ever now. Obviously, we've got all the things we used to have, such as the useful links for all of the training providers, but also jobs boards across the world. This is a big thing that I always point out to people. So when someone comes to me, I'm looking for work in a certain area, I'll point them to this and say, have you, if you had a look at this, if you jobs in New Zealand, there's a link for that. For example, jobs in Asia, there's a link for that. You can go and see roughly what's about in that area. Another big one is obviously the CV drop, something that we've carried on running due to demand. We weren't massively keen on it, to be honest, but you guys are the ones that wanted to use it, and we have about 30 people on there at the moment. Roll on, roll off sort of a situation. Your CV stays live for 2 years, and then we remove it due to GDPR rules in Europe. But if you want to keep it on there, you're more than welcome to. Basically, employers can come along, download it, view it, it's open for all. That's the thing. So we weren't massively keen, but you guys have decided that you wanted it, so we're here for you, and that's how we're going to keep it. Turf Passport has been one of the biggest launches of this year. We have over 300 people signed up to the Turf Passport, which you can imagine. Obviously, trying to find 300 people jobs in a job where I'm already quite busy myself has been quite interesting, to say the least, but we've managed to find quite a few. Obviously, apologies if we haven't either made it around to you yet or haven't had the chance to help as much as we would have wanted. This is obviously why we're expanding, to try and get more people involved to help us work through those opportunities. We are also still looking for more clubs to reach out, to put those people that want the opportunities in contact directly with the club and set up some sort of system where it's two-way, especially southern northern hemisphere, so we can swap people around a lot more often. So that's something, again, to keep your eyes on. We've really been pressing things such as the educational cards and videos, so if you check out both the website and the YouTube channel, you'll see that we've produced quite a lot of educational, informational material, especially over the last year. We've done a lot of little short form things. We've done some longer videos as well. And again, we've got a lot more stuff coming on that respect. That does take a lot of time, but some really good evergreen content there. And we've tried to round it off a little bit as well. So it's not just sports turf in a stadium, it's golf, it's race courses, tennis, those sort of things. But also open some of the educational content slightly to sort of the hort side of things. So, it's more about plant biology, getting the basics right. So again, we're just open to feedback. You let us know what you want. We've just been adapting towards that. Podcast, this is obviously a big one. We want to have another Presta podcast. We have a few episodes lined up this year, so you'll see more this year than last year. There's some really good ones that we're looking forward to there. Again, keep your eyes on that. The magazine's been a massive one for us. It does take a bit of time, but for us, it's a time for us to put all of the things we've done in those 3 months between additions to you guys in a nice, easy format. And that's the thing with our magazine. It's not a press publication like other magazines. It's about what we've done, where we've been, people that we spoke to, the events we've been to, the progress we've made, meet the members. It's those roundups all together in one magazine. So, if you haven't read it before, download it and read it. It's free online on the website. We do have some physical copies sometimes. You might find them at shows, or if there's a particular one that you're after, let us know and we can print it and send it out to you. But we don't tend to stock many of those. Something to look out for. Other things on the website that we've been working through, I've been trying to put together a, frequently asked questions sort of section, because quite often we get people to come to us that'll say, I need help with a visa, or how, what countries can I go and work in? And it's a massively open-ended question, because if you're from, Southern America, for example, and want to work in Europe, it'll be different than if you're Australian and want to work in Europe. So each country will have its own rules and regulations, and then depending on where you're from, we'll have a different set of rules and regulations. So one of the big things we're trying to do is signpost people to the right places. There's some easy hitters, Australia's, the working holiday visas, those sort of things. There's some really difficult ones, which is the usual one which people come towards to me, or, we want to go and work in America, and it's extremely difficult, but we go, go do the Ohio State program, for example. You can get a visa through that. There's just ways and means, but I always say to people, the American dream is the most difficult one, but food for thought anyway. We've started to list things such as the events on the website, the ones that we're going to be at. IGFH map is something that we're progressing with and building as well, the interactive map that if you want to put yourself on there, and then you'll be able to see clubs that have signed up to the turf market, for example. That's the sort of thing we're trying to build. We've put together a lot of templates, so risk assessments, pre-start checks for machinery, 3 free materials that you can download from our website and use within your workplace. Put your own name, your own branding on it, whatever. They're there for you to use. We want you to use them. We're funded by sponsorship and advertising. We're not taking money from the members. We never will. We never have done. Big part of our philosophy, whether it's opportunities, whatever, we're never going to charge you. So that's something big for us. And that's pretty much all for the website at the moment. We do have the live library and those sort of things coming. Again, it's just been time. We've not had the ability to sit down and go through those sort of things, and also cost. We're looking at about £300 to £500 to set that up, and then we're obviously trying to run the scholarships and the various other bits as well. So we're sort of having to pick and choose battles, and especially with time, that's been one of the most difficult things. As for me, how have I been? Obviously still working at the college at the moment, teaching the level 2, level 3 sports turf and the level 2 greenkeeping. Doing a lot of other work around the UK, obviously go around and meet people a lot. Did actually take on a local club to me, just been helping out. Less so much on the grounds, more of just pointing them in the right direction. It was a matter of they were in a situation where they needed help, and actually it helps me run International Greenkeepers as cut and dry of it essentially as well. Those funds obviously come back into the company and then help me spend the time helping you guys to find the job opportunities. And then off the back of all of that as well, there is going to be one big major announcement at the end of this year, which I'm going to keep under wraps for now. Some of you might already know, but really looking forward to that. We're really pushing into the educational sector, so I'll just leave that in your mind. So with that in mind, thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. Some more episodes are coming soon. I've got a friend called Benton that we're going to be doing some podcasts about turf innovation and those sort of things, reaching out to people such as Groundfest, for example, and we're going to talk about the show and the various other stuff. So yeah, some exciting stuff to come this year. Really looking forward to it myself. Like, comment, subscribe, wherever you're listening to this, whether it's Apple, YouTube, whatever in between. All makes a difference if you can share it around as well. So thank you guys, and look forward to hearing you, or you hearing me, in the next episode.